Once again, it's song Famino, Cleveland, Ohio's finest. Black Dollar Entertainment, we in the building. You dig? Get everything situated. Y'all know how we do it. Bear with me momentarily. Won't take long. You dig? Won't take long at all. Just trying to make sure I got all my notes. You feel me? Took a lot of notes on the extensive side. And I want to make sure that we able to be seen and heard in full today. You feel me? It's a little early, about 8:30. We going live on the early bird side. You dig? Y'all know how we do it when we do it, how we does what we does. You know what I mean? Give it a little bit of time. Number one, let some people come in the building. But not only that, it look like we struggle streaming already. You know how that go. Huh? Yeah, speaking of struggle streaming, last week, y'all might have saw we had some technical difficulties. Quite a bit, actually, of technical difficulties. If you know, you know how that go. You know what I mean? Small things to large kings, you dig? Yeah, man. Getting it going. But yeah, we gonna go ahead, you know what I mean, and open in prayer like we normally do. Al-Fatiha. Kul a'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajim. Bismillah. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the most merciful, master of this day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone we worship, in thine aid we seek. Ya Allah, guide us on your straight way of those who go astray after they have heard thy teachings. Ameen. Mashallah, subhanallah, Allahu Akbar. Peace, Famino. Peace, Famino. Yeah, you know how we do it. Let the twos and fews roll in. Like I said last week, we had some technical difficulties. If you know, you know. You feel me? You know how that go. You may know how that go. You know. I can't control that, just like I can't control the numbers. You know, when we release live videos or we upload content, what have you, I can't control if YouTube, you know, try to manipulate the numbers or, you know, decrease the numbers or crash the live. And by the way, speaking of YouTube and content and all of that, right? So some of you may know, some of you may not. YouTube actually just celebrated its 20th birthday or its 20-year anniversary, right? So with that being the case, I got invited because I'm a content creator to an event that they're having. I guess it's happening from this week to next week. They doing it big. They, you know how that go. And with them doing their thing with the festivities and all that, let me get the music going. Y'all know how we do. You know, they also have digital events that they throwing and whatnot, right? So they invited me. And you know, I got very much saying, how can I prevent when I upload a video and it get to 300 views or better that you don't knock the views all the way down to 23? You feel me? When the numbers climb, then when they knock them down, they build back up, knock them down. Even in the live chat right now, every week when we go live, it'll be so many people in the building, then they'll all get knocked out. Then they'll gradually build up, then they'll get knocked down. That's how I go. Peace, Famino. Peace to the twos and fews that's falling through. You know how we do. Black Dollar alumni, Black Dollar familia. You know what I mean? But yeah, just walk with me. Just blend and build with me. You feel me? Because it's even been people who reached out to me directly, like, man, this crazy, bro. You see what they doing with your numbers? I'm like, bro, if you see what they doing to the channel, trust and believe I see what they doing to the channel. I done had 2-3 people even take screenshots and send me the screenshot. So alhamdulillah, all praises due to Allah, that it's people that's actually seeing what's happening and they backing me, you know what I mean? Because when they cut them numbers down, the people that's on the channel, they could just let them stay down, you know what I mean? But tap in and they, you know, listen repeatedly or however it go, however they share it, what have you, and the numbers build back up. So the numbers peak and average at a certain point, you feel me? And when they get to that point, then YouTube usually let me live. But yeah, we'll go through like 2-3 cycles of them chopping the numbers down. You know what I mean? It seemed like every other week or every 2-3 weeks, they crash the live stream. So I'm just saying that to say, we don't know what's going to happen today, but you know we don't play. We came to show up and show out the Black Dollar way. You feel me? And with that being said, y'all see I'm in the ocean blue today. Hold on. The sky blue. You feel me? I'm going to try my best to keep my cool, but I'm in a rather peculiar and shrewd mood just between me and you. You feel me? So I'm going to start with some news. You know what that do. Yeah, I mean, couple updates. Happy birthday to my Uncle Ray Sean the God. You know what I'm saying? June 21st, first day of summer, in the Gemini season, beginning of Cancer season, the very middle of the year. The crux of the year is halftime, baby. Y'all know how I go. We are officially in the first day of summer, or summer has officially began. So we have 10 toes down solid. You know what I mean? Handling your business. Don't let it handle you. 10 toes down. You know what we do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, happy birthday, Ray. You know what it is. I ain't seen you and talked to you in a while, but you know it's love. You know what I'm saying? From the heart. Enjoy your day. Do what you do. You know what I mean? And happy belated Father's Day. I did a Father's Day live last week. They crashed the Father's Day live just like they crashed Mother's Day live, just like they crashed the Memorial Day live. Today is a regular day, so inshallah, they gonna let me breathe. You know what I'm saying? Let me be great. Please let me be great. You feel me? I don't ask for much, you know what I'm saying? I actually command my respect. That's all it is. So yeah, I'm saying we gonna begin to build. Typically, I usually go live between like between like 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. But the early bird gets to what it do. It don't charge you nothing to support. Hit the like button, share the video. You know the vibes and the count. We came to cook today. And speaking of the text messages, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have no malfunctions or contribute to the technical difficulties. But I want to tap in though, because when I reached out to my father and wished him a happy Father's Day, his response really touched my heart. So I figured I'll share it, you know what I'm saying, with my peoples. So here we go. I said, happy Father's Day, Dad, love you. He responded, happy Father's Day. You're the first teacher of life, a cook, a homework helper, a protector, and a bedtime storyteller. It takes a special person to be a single dad, and you do it all without missing a beat. You're a life superhero. Keep doing your best even when things get difficult. Love you, Andy Sire. That's my son's name, his grandson. A lot of y'all probably know that tap in regularly. But if this your first time rocking with me, get familiar. And that touched my heart, like I said, in the realest way. So I responded to him, we love you too, Dad. Thanks a million. I got the game from you. And I'm grateful you are my dad from the heart. I won't give up because my dad hasn't given up. Most righteous, E.T. Ali. You feel me? And I just wanted to say that because, like I said, last week was Father's Day. They crashed the live stream. But alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying? We still did our numbers. We did what we came to do. When they crashed the live stream, that's it for the week. You know what I'm saying? Hit my Zelle or go to hell. Black Dollar Familia, Black Dollar Alumni. I wish you well. You know the vibes. You feel me? You know the vibrations, family. So without further ado, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, by the way, happy Men's Mental Health Month. You feel me? Yes, Men's Mental Health Month. We're gonna get into that a little bit with a couple of these subjects I'm touching on today. You know what I mean? And it is Black Music Month. That's what June means. Shout out to everybody that just acknowledged Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you feel about it. Our history is our history, and it's a very real thing. So yeah, without further ado, you can see what it is, and if you see it on the playback, you already know what it do. You know what I mean? The subject for today, and make sure whether you see it now or later, hit the like button, familia. I appreciate the support. You know what I mean? And all the donations as well. The subject for today, you see it, Dr. Henrik Clarke, the elder, the ancestor, one of the great ones. I only debate my equals, all others I teach. And without further ado, we gonna get into it. Or it look like we having some technical difficulties, actually. I hope YouTube let me do my thing, man. You feel me? I hope they let me do my thing, man. Y'all know how I go. You feel me? You can't stop it. You can't stop it. I don't know if y'all can see me. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Inshallah, you know what I'm saying? You can see me and you can hear me. But regardless, we gonna say what we came to say in the name of Allah. So yeah, I debate only my equals, all others I teach. And why we going in on this subject today? Because it's very real, you know what I mean? We live in times where people do not be qualified to speak on things they be speaking about. We live in an era where it's 2025 and you still got people out here subscribing to false doctrine. Huh? I'ma just say it flat out. It's 2025. You still got people out here of all hues, colors, and creeds praying to white Jesus. And I said it just how I meant it. Not giving the glory to God for giving us, quote unquote, his son or whatever you want to say, or his prophet, as we say in Islam, who was a black man, by the way, features just like mine. Whole nother story. You got men and women out here teaching children that Jesus is white and that you need to praise Jesus. A white man who supposedly came to save the world. Now, why am I saying this specifically today? We know we live in a Christian nation. We know the vibe and the count. This past week, I think it was the beginning of the week. It was like Monday. I'm on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? It's the, what's these people's name? Hold on. Daily Dose of the Scripture. That's their name. Content creator. They put a lot of religious stuff up there, you know, supposed to be uplifting and all of that, right? So with that being said, they say on the post, Allah is not God. Muhammad is a false prophet. Buddha was an evil man. They just said just slanderous. And his icon is a picture of him because YouTube isn't as interactive. That's one of the reasons I kind of like it. Because I don't just be wanting to talk to any and everybody. But when truth comes, falsehood vanishes, and falsehood is forever a vanishing thing. That's what we taught in Islam, right? So I jump in the comments and begin to correct him. Not only was Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, the final prophet and messenger of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, but Google has written him to be the most influential and most impactful man in the history of humanity. You see what I'm saying? The Quran acknowledges Jesus, or Isa alayhi salam, or Yeshua as he's called in Hebrew. The Quran acknowledges that man we refer to as Jesus. You see what I'm saying? But we don't praise no man. We make no distinctions between the prophets, the messengers of Allah who were sent to uplift humanity and enlighten and enrich and empower the people. They always came to speak to a people that looked like them. That they came from that group of people, so they speak the language, they know the culture of said people. If the majority of the people on the planet are black or people of color, and that is indeed a fact, Why would God send a white man to speak to all of humanity when the majority of the planet is not white? The Nicene Council of 325 AD, where they made Jesus white off of the image Serapis, and they declared that this will be the image of God, the Son of God. And anybody that says that this is not the image of God, they will be anathematized, meaning ostracized, possibly killed, totally removed and exiled from society, marked as a leper in society. Why did they have to do all of that? Because Jesus was actually, in fact, black. You see what I'm saying? They begin to say that Allah is not God and Allah came from Cabal, Allah. I said, no, you're saying a false doctrine. The name Allah has always been in existence. In fact, Jesus refers to the name Allah in the Bible. And also, Jesus predicted the coming of Muhammad. His name is Ahmed in your Bible, if your dumb ass ain't catch that. So as I'm cooking them in the comments, because I'm cooking, chef's kiss, why? I'm cooking in the comments. Of course, you had some Peckerwoods jump in the comments, so I had to cook they ass too. Saute fish fillet, shish kebab, they dumb. Get your dumb ass water break in this casket, nigga. Y'all know what I do when I does what I does, cuz. Yeah, the black man is God, Sunday through Sunday. Happy Sabbath day. We in the building. Wake up, goddammit. E.T. Ali. So as I'm cooking them in the comments, I noticed the content creator whose post I was speaking on started removing my comments. Okay, cool, no problem. You removing the comments. But the truth is going to be told, not sold. And over here, you can't remove nothing. And I cordially invite them. Tag the good folks over there at Daily Dose of the Scripture. Tell them Big Mutali is live. The black man is God. That's no lies. Jesus was a black man. You got that pagan Caucasoid as your icon. That is not a depiction of the man that you call Christ at all. It's not even close. They're not even like cousins. He couldn't even pass for a distant relative, my boy. Somebody tag them people and tell them we live. But I'm sure they gonna duck just like the people duck Jesus. They ain't want no smoke with the right Christ, not the white Christ. You know what I'm saying? That black man that walked the earth. Yeah, they ducked him. He was in the temple flipping tables and shit, cursing people, beating on them with sticks. Yeah, that part. That's the Jesus we know. That's the historical and scriptural context that we know of Jesus. What they out here talking about, man? So yeah, I had to go ahead and make that official. Had to go ahead and get them together real quick. You know what they say about Jesus? I had to go ahead and put the spittle on their eyes. Because they obviously are seeing men as trees when they should see men as men. See, your dumb ass can't see the forest for the trees. You know what I mean? Y'all don't see that the Bible is 75% prophecy and only 25% history. They can't see that. See, Pastor Pork Chop ain't teach him that in Sunday school, or in Bible study, or when he was passing the collection plate trying to slide their grandmama and their auntie and cheat on the first. You know what I'm talking about, hiring sissy boys to be the choir director. Is this your Killmonger voice? So kill that noise. Bruh, it's 2025. All lies will be crucified. You feel me? And all liars, prepare to get your dumb ass in this casket, folks. Straight like that. Like I said, I'm wearing the blue. I'm trying to keep it cool between me and you, but a disclaimer, I might not. Y'all know how that go. Big Mutali, I might not be able to keep my cool. That's why I had to go ahead and get the good news out the way first. You feel me? I had to go ahead and get the good news out the way first and get a birthday shout outs and all that. Happy Shahada Day to Ramne. Salam alaikum to the God. You feel me? Had to shout out father because what he said was near and dear to my heart, but we gonna cook today. Y'all know it's men's mental health month, like I said, right? And in particular, black men, we gotta stay prayed up because I'm gonna tell you, you know what I mean? In this modern day, when we subscribe to the Western way, whether it's the medical practice, whether it's theology, whether it's philosophy, whether it's politically, bro, you putting yourself in the danger zone. Black man, the best thing you can do is stay prayed up, stay rooted, stay grounded, stand solid on your post. Allow no one to create or cause a nuisance on, near, or around your post. Period, point blank, ... That's really though. Huh? Holla at me on dropbombs.com. That's really though, because that's what we came to do. And we're going to touch more on the mental health thing in a minute. But before we do, I just want to speak on the whole ICE thing. You know what I'm saying? The whole, migrant situation or the immigrant situation, which is such a hot topic. It got the whole country in an uproar. You know what I mean? Even though those of us that built this country and have not been given our just due, whether historically or in a modern sense, it's never all of this support for us. Those of us, the black folks that built this country, we don't get none of that grace that they giving them other folks. I must say it. Somebody must say it. Let the truth be told and not sold. Inshallah, y'all can see me and hear me. Inshallah, they're not going to crash this live stream, but it is what it is. You feel me? Very much to say, very little to say, and very much to do. Y'all know the vibes and the count. I had a notification. Pardon me on that. You feel me? But yeah, I heard Jason Black talking last week, and he said this, and it definitely inspired this thought or this subject I'm about to convey to you, right? He said we might as well annex. There might as well be an annexing of Mexico, Canada, and all these other nations, right? All these other nations that depend on America, right? The same way that Puerto Rico is considered part of America. I'm sure most of y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, get from up under that rock that you live under. You dig? Keep it funky with yourself first and foremost. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He said that, and I'm like, yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Because then if we make Mexico part of America, then they won't be considered illegal immigrants. And by birthright, a lot of the Mexicans are indigenous to what we now call America, just like the darker or the black native people that were here prior to Christopher Columbus. Because we are familia, you know. If you didn't know, do your soul search, do your research, take 2 of these and call me in the morning. You know, they call me Bill Cosby. And, call me in the morning after you get your mind right. Because the early bird gets the worm, I'm up for it. You feel me? But yeah, it made perfect sense. And if you know, like I know, it's been talked since the early 2000s of them making Mexico and Canada part of America. I believe it was called AmeriCom or something, or I forgot what the whole movement or the concept was. And these people be having all these brilliant schemes and plots and plans and ideas. Some we're privy to, some unbeknownst to us, and they do it in our name without our consent or permission, based on tax dollars. And then if you find out, you find out. Some people don't never really know what's going on. But yeah, just to smooth all of this over, why don't y'all just make Mexico part of America? You got people that's quote unquote Mexicans going on live talk about, yeah, we don't like America. We just get our money and take it back to Mexico or send it to Mexico. You might as well absorb them. Come on, man, America, y'all know what's going on. What they gonna do, tell y'all no? If they want American money, what better way than to just incorporate them into your quote unquote sovereign nation? Or is this all just a psyop? Is this all just a ploy? You feel me? To throw the people off, to create turmoil and inner fighting. Because like I said, as far as black and brown, we are familiar. It's a shame that so many of us have been tricked off the streets, both black and brown. And people code switch and people pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, when they want to be unified based on what's in their best interest, based on what's according to their bottom line. I say it all the time. White people love to come to the barbecue. Then when the police show up, they get right back in their white bag. They dancing the little baby and the baby, and the white girls twerking, and they talking black. They got cigarillos just like the black people. Then when the police show up, that Becky accent come back. Same with a lot of my Hispanic folks. I ain't ragging on y'all, but I must say it. A lot of the Latin community, or whatever you want to say, the Spanish-speaking people, they be down with black people and be all love. Then when the police show up, oh, me no hablo. Oh, no, me no with them niggas. I mean, yeah. Huh? Come on, my nigga, we gonna keep it funky. You feel me? Huh? Like football practice with no deodorant. In the locker room, keep it funky. You feel me? Get that Burkington in. So yeah, y'all, I don't know what y'all got going on, but like I said, that's not our fight. Until I see them saying, yo, we deserve reparations, I don't want to hear it. Shout out to my Afro-Latino and Afro-Latina brethren and sisters. This ain't about you, but to those of y'all that be code switching, and y'all know who y'all are for real. You know, you ambiguous people that we can't really tell who you are or what you got going on for real. It's based really on what mood you in type shit. Man, go on ahead, bro. Don't show up and try to use our energy and our vibration, and our unity and our force and strength for your benefit. But then when they shooting our people down in the streets and all that foolishness, y'all missing in action. It must be said, and I said it. So moving forward, because I don't even want to spend too much time on that, I want to acknowledge and give actually a shout out to the brother Dr. Umar Johnson, even though it's things I disagree with him about. You know, in this world that we live in, it's a lot of cowards out here. And the place I come from, Cleveland, Ohio, affectionately known as Steveland, Ohio, Kaya Slaughter County, up the way, USA. Y'all know the vibes. It's a no-fly zone. New York, no disrespect to the 5 boroughs. This ain't that, cuzzy. This is the middle of America, and people is jam-packed and frustrated and stressed out and tired, bro. We play by a different set of rules. The patience is way lower. I'm just keeping it funky with you. You know what I'm saying? It's cool till it ain't. We try to live and let live, but it be a lot of sucker shit going on. So why am I saying this? Because this past week, Dr. Umar Johnson was in Cleveland, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the part of that. Look like we buffering again. It look like they gonna try to, disrupt the live stream. I don't know if y'all can see me. I don't know if y'all can hear me. But what I'm saying was, I'm acknowledging Dr. Umar Johnson because he came to Cleveland and he had a lot to say, which he normally does. I agree with the majority of what he says. It's certain things that I don't agree with as far as what he does and the way that things manifest. So I tried to make it to where we can have a face-to-face engagement so I can acknowledge the things that I'm on one accord with him with, and then look him eye to eye and tell him what I don't respect. Because I don't want to be one of these niggas that just pop shit on the internet, but then when it's time to do the face-to-face thing, we niggas missing in action. Nah, I'm not cut from that cloth and I ain't go to that school, big fella. So we tried to set it up. We were unsuccessful in being able to set up that face-to-face. But shout out to the brother for coming to the city. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness to the city. You know what I mean? Trying to bring unity and solidarity as he normally does to the city. You know what I mean? And he was saying things, a lot of which, me being an anti-recidivist, me being a revolutionary, me being active and more active than your favorite activists, those of us that know we've been new. But it's people in Cleveland that, the hustle and bustle, they don't be knowing stats and figures and data, statistics and all that. You know what I mean? Nonsense. They don't know about that. They on the grind. You know what I mean? So he was bringing a lot of information as he normally does. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to acknowledge him. And if we ever are able to have that face-to-face, I'm expressing what I want to say. I agree with the majority of what that black man says. I don't agree with you saying that you've been opening the school for the past 15 years, because I know it don't take that long. We know independent black schools. It don't take no 15 years to open no school, big fella. I don't care what you talking about. And this is what I wanted to say to the brother and convey face to face. You out here talking about the mother queen goddess, and the black woman is the mother of civilization. The black womb of God is where Allah extracted himself from and fashioned himself out of triple darkness. The cosmic energy, the dark matter of space, that represents the black woman. We know this. You know what I'm saying? The first human being birthed was birthed from a black woman. We know this. But we also know that in this modern era, there's a lot of debauchery with our women. There's a lot of dysfunction with our women, just like with the men, most of which were raised by the women. Elijah Muhammad said a nation can rise no higher than its woman. He also said every no good woman was made no good by a no good man. See, that's why I subscribe to the teachings. And long live Marcus Garvey. Shout out to those that love him. We love him and support the legacy and keep his name alive. But let me say, with all due respect, Marcus Garvey is no Elijah Muhammad. We love that brother. We appreciate what he contributed. You know what I mean? To the lexicon, to the pantheon, to the movement. But let's be clear about who kept the movement moving and took it further and farther. Let's get to who is the father of black society in America, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And the man who sits in his seat and has been sitting there for the past 50 years in his absence, the most honorable minister Louis Farrakhan. Assalamu alaikum to those that know what's really going on. And that's really though. So yeah, I agree with the Dr. Umar Johnson, our brother. Yeah, the woman is all of that. Mother, queen, goddess, all of that. But bro, we not about to be pandering when a lot of these sisters, they'll respond to you calling them a hoe before they respond to you calling them a queen. You call them a queen, they might look at you like a deer in headlights. Some of them, they might look at you up and down with the call her a hoe. You gonna get a whole conversation, even if it's an argument. The elders told me you are what you answer to. Message. So I don't want to hear all that, yeah, mother, sister, goddess, and queen of the universe, and because my thing is this. You say you the most requested black scholar on the planet. You say that you're the most requested black speaker on the planet. You say you want 2 wives, yet you don't have 1 wife. Now, how is that if you are the most requested black scholar on the planet, that you don't have 1 wife and you pushing 50, but you got 2 daughters who you didn't raise, by the way? See, these were the things that I wanted to discuss with the good brother face to face. We didn't have our opportunity to have that dance. Maybe Allah will see to it that we do it in the future. If not, I'm going to say what I say regardless, because I stay prepared, so I ain't got to get ready. I'm from up the way USA. I'm used to round my way, niggas die about the shit they say. You don't like it, put blood in my mouth. That's the count. Because I'm going to stand on solidarity and I'm going to stay on my post. You know what I mean? It's those of us that sacrifice the fame and the acclaim and the accolades and all that bullshit to stand solid. That's why I had to quote my father and share with you the message that he said to me. Because if you don't think that I'm eloquent enough and articulate enough to be out here like Umar Johnson, you a goddamn fool. You need to go, have your brain scanned or get an x-ray or something. You might need a lobotomy or something with your dumb ass. If you don't think I got the gift of gab, the passion and the charisma, the intelligence and the ability to galvanize people, you must be foolish. Or you fooling yourself, because you ain't fooling me and the people with me. But we sacrifice that. Why? Because I don't give a damn about no applause. Some of you Negroes live for, yay! Yay! You think life is about getting an E for effort and getting, you know, cookies because you did a good job and getting, can I get a gold sticker? Can I get a purple ribbon? No, you could get a healthy dose of manhood and stand your goofy ass up and stop doing this shit to be of men. Because no matter what your spiritual foundation or religious base is, we are not to be doing things to be seen of men. And for everything that I've ever said on the internet, my track record outlasts everything in the streets that I've said online. If you go to the city and ask about me, they gonna tell you, yeah, since he was a young man, and I'm still yet a young man. I'm only 36, if you didn't know. You feel me? But I'm not no little boy or no little nigga out here. You know what I mean? I'm very well seasoned. I'm wide awake and aware. I have the experience and the expertise to affect and impact people. And those that are my prodigy, the prodigy that's coming behind me, I have enough wisdom to tell them, hey man, don't go astray. Make sure you go the right way. Make sure you keep the wind to your back and the sun on your face every day. Make sure you give all praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he's the only one worthy of praise every day. You see what I'm saying? Find what it is that your gift is. I'm the one that's going to tell my people that, the youth that. You know what I mean? Let's reverse the curse and break the chain. Health, wealth, knowledge of self, and all that good shit. And speaking of good shit, I'm going to double back on that subject, anti-recidivism versus prison reform. As you can see, we've been a little glitchy. We've been having some technical difficulties. So I've been trying to, you know, wait till the iron is hot and then strike, as the old saying goes. So we going to slip that in there. Because like I said, it's at least going to be a 2-part series, if not a 3-part series, minimum. And I got very much more to say on that subject. So be prepared for it, because I stay prepared, so I ain't got to get ready. But yeah, shout out to Dr. Umar. Nevertheless, we can agree to disagree or whatever the case. I'm standing on what I'm saying, because I'm a man who's been married. I'm a man that's raising my child full time. I didn't tell my son figuratively, literally, or physically to kiss my ass while I'm out here trying to save other people's children, supposedly. But then my child jump on the internet and say I've been totally trash and inactive as a dad. Who these niggas be talking to, bruh? Like, come on, bro. Like, let's, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that's eloquent and got the gift of the gab. That's cool and all. But, bro, until we see that school open up that you've been talking about since before my son was even born, and he's 10 years old today, bro, with all due respect, we done heard all that shit before. And those of us that's boots on the ground, we've been saying that shit. Now, to the positive that the brother has done, I will never try to disqualify, discredit, or take that away from him. But let's be clear, this ain't that. Because with an after-school mentoring program, through anti-recidivism, through organized activism, through 501c3 organizations and what have you, we've been able to educate a lot of youth and save a lot of youth and prevent a lot of youth from getting locked up or from becoming a victim of recidivism, where they're constantly getting incarcerated again and again and again and again, digging themselves deeper into a hole or falling into a hole that was already dug for them. If you know, you know. And I don't need no standing ovation or no round of applause to do it. I hop on this live every week, whether it's 300 or 2 people in the building. I gives a damn. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody that's going to see it on the playback. Y'all know the vibes and the count. I appreciate everybody who donate. You feel me? I only rock with the Zelle. If you know, you know. You feel me? And I'm going to get to that in a minute. But yeah, I just want to share some statistics with you all, if I may, as I move this along. Because I got on here early. I got very much to do, very little to say. It's supposed to be a scorcher today, so I'm trying to get the golden gospel out the way. That's really though. So we're going to go ahead and kick these numbers real quick. In my city, the city of Cleveland, Cleveland is 47% black and 37% white. That means we actually outnumber white people in my city. The other percent, which will be 16%, is a mixture of other races, you know, whether Hispanic, whether Arabic, whether Asian, Native American, actual Indian, whatever it is. You feel me? But we have no political power. We done had black mayors from Frank Jackson to Michael White. We've had black mayors. Did it make a difference? We've had black chief of police. Did it make a difference? We've had black people on the board of education. Did it make a difference? We've had black principals of schools. Has it made a difference? We're still at ground zero as far as political leverage is concerned. That's why what we do is so important. This ain't about no Vanity Fair, no glitz and glam or none of that shit. This is about activating the minds and the hearts of the people and saving the souls of the people. Wanting for my brethren and sister and what I want for myself. Wanting for your children what I want for my child. And if I'm blessed to have more children in the future, what I want for them as well. Because my child is going to have to grow up and navigate and circumvent amongst your children. So I don't want my son to be the only one that's not dumb, deaf, and blind. Because it's much easier for a bunch of knuckleheads to pull a good person into a bad situation than for a good person to pull all of those people into a good situation. If I said that correctly. It's easier for, you know what I mean, the knuckleheads to take a good person and drag them to hell than it is for a righteous person to grab them knuckleheads and say, this is the staircase to heaven. So I want for my son what I want for your son and your daughter. But he gonna know if they play crazy and they violate, you tell them like your father told their fathers, get your dumb ass in this casket, folks. Cause we ain't to be violated and I ain't that, bruh. Grown men don't get bullied. On this internet, people be, I just said the other day, I ain't never heard so many grown people talk about, you're bullying me. Man, where did y'all get this shit from, folks? We didn't get bullied in school, like my nigga. We didn't, when we were children, we ain't play that game. How is it people in their 30s and 40s and up talking about bullying? That's weird to me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I have a blind spot. But that shit goofy to me, folk. The black man is God Sunday through Sunday. Ain't no bullies get bullied. We used to lock the bullies in the locker and laugh while the teacher tried to pop the lock while on his dumb ass. That was us, folks. We ain't, you feel me? And we ain't out here trying to bully nobody, but niggas gonna respect the agenda and respect our space. It's not even an option. I don't demand it. I command it. God damn it. My respect, that is. So let's be very clear about what is and what is not. Because in a lot of these cities, it's a whole lot of black people. And black people get a whole lot of money. They love to flash their money on the internet. You know what I'm saying? We love to wear our wealth. Even me, I wear my little jewelry, whatever's clever. But the real jewels is what I drop from my brain, the wisdom from me to you. I drop jewels. This jewelry ain't about shit. The real glow up is what's inside of me. You feel me? It's in me, it ain't on me type shit. Yeah, that type of vibe. You know what I mean? So, as black people, let us organize. Let us galvanize. Let us remove the hatred for self. I mean, the literal hatred of self. And for everybody else that looks like self. So we can get out our own way. Let's elevate and graduate above and beyond this crab in the barrel, man, syndrome. I ain't gonna say the R word, but boy, I'm telling you, it be some slow folks out here. I'm trying to be better, you feel me? Trying to get a couple dollars. You know, we trying to spread the message without being so grossly offensive, even though I really don't give a fuck, for real. I really don't care. Because I wasn't put here to sugarcoat and pacify this shit for you. I was sitting here to raise hell until we get heaven. because that scripture say, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So I know which side of the fence I belong on and which team I'm fighting for. That's really though. Let us be wide awake and aware, because a lot of y'all talking about y'all woke, but we can't tell. It be looking like Zombie Island out here. I'm just saying. That's really though. We live in a city where, I'm talking about the city that raised me, Cleveland, Ohio. I came from a city where 67%, excuse me, of the teachers are white, and the majority of them are female. So if the majority of the children are black, because the majority of the people are black, how is it that the majority of our teachers are white, culturally detached from us, and have no interest in seeing our children cultivated, and raised to the highest or the upper echelon in education? We know that boys learn different than girls. We know boys are active. We know boys are hands-on, not just black boys, all boys. And we know that in the white community, they have a lot of recreation for them. They have a lot of organization for them. In the hood, bro, you trying to step over broken glass and needles and shit. And is it white people that's subjected to that? Yeah, but they still got white privilege. It's black millionaires that'll say, bro, a white homeless person still is safer in America than me. Here this black man is that made millions of dollars, but somehow he know he's still persona non grata. If this shit all go down and they start throwing people over the shit, somehow that black man know he gonna be the first to go. How is that? Let us be found strengthened in our community, because everybody come from the neighborhood. Everybody come from the hood. We walk around with hoodies on and all of that. Trying not to be seen, trying to move in the shadows. I done it. I still do it to this day. And we live in a country where you could get killed for wearing a hoodie. Your ensemble might make somebody so uncomfortable that they take your life, and then upon taking your life, they can be acquitted, by their white brethren or sister that look at your child like a savage anyway. This is the reality of where we at. So I know people be, like, oh, it's controversial and it's negative. No, it's real. Until they clean up this dirt they drop, and clean up this mess they spilled, I'm going to keep talking about it and doing my part to actively make a difference and make a change, to make a real live impact, starting with the youth. Because a lot of these grown folks, it's over with anyway. You feel me? Like, a lot of them, it ain't no saving them, bro. Once you get to a certain plateau in your life and you locked in with your growth and development, God forbid you stop growing like a lot of people do, unfortunately. It ain't no reaching you. You can know what I'm saying is right, and you can know what you own is wrong. But if you're oppositional, or if you're stiff-necked, hard-headed, and rebellious, like the scriptures say, hard to lead in the right direction, but easily led astray, then it's nothing that could be said for you. In the near future, I'm going to do another video along with the anti-recidivism versus prison reform 2.0, possibly 3.0. I got another video I anticipate doing that's going to be entitled, Wake Me Up When It's Time for the Purge. Really though. Hashtag if they flag it, they flag it, goddammit. Because a lot of these people, they not going to learn until you force them. Until you put them under the sword of God. And you say, look, do you want to live a real life or die a real death? Because I could cordially invite you to build the kingdom of God, or I could cordially invite you to get your dumb ass in this casket, water break. And that's really though. I woke up bright and early today, like I do often. I'm a bit of a night owl, but I always get up. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the believers go, salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you know, you can see me. I got the prayer mark. I've been deep in such, especially for that Fajr prayer. You know what I mean? And that's really though. So yeah, and going deep into prayer and prostration, I just been getting the full charge and the full benefits. And then coming up out of prayer, Before I went into prayer this morning, I said, oh Lord, if this fire that's in me, because I only want to lay the enemy low. If I'm out of sync or out of balance with your will, or I'm somehow out of alignment, I'm coming to the prayer house asking that you align me with what you declare to be righteous, declare to be holy and divine and sacred. Because just because I won't want to push the button, Allah might say it's not time. So I want to make sure I'm on time, all the time, every time, in the name of Allah, who is the Father of time, ultimately. I said it out loud. I said, Allah, you know I represent that entity that's ready to go. That said, think not that I come to bring peace. Nay, I come with a sword dripping with blood. And it spoke about the divisions that will be created upon the presence of the Messiah. I represent that. I represent the Messianic energy, not the Masonic energy, the Messianic energy, the energy of the Messiah, Al-Mahdi, Al-Mahdi, That's really though. So before I went into Salat today, I had to make a dua. Because I promise you, I'm ready for that purge like yesterday. I don't think y'all understand, bro. Like, we are tired of saying the same thing over and over and over and trying to have patience, trying to pray for your people, trying to pray with your people. And some of your people will stone you to death and turn your pockets inside out if they had the opportunity. Meanwhile, here you are trying to play sacrificial lamb. Meanwhile, here you are trying to do like the good book said. Any man that be my disciple must first deny himself, pick up his cross, and follow me now. So here you are trying to fight the good fight, and your own people trying to nail you to the cross like they did, the historical quote-unquote son of God, as y'all affectionately like to refer to him as. Listen, man, and they ain't start calling him the son of God until after they killed the man. Go figure, right? They ain't give Martin Luther King a holiday till after they whacked him on the balcony. Go figure, right? Jesse Jackson was standing right there. Some say he was in on the judge. Go figure, right? We could go on and on and on and on. Long live Fred Hampton. We could go on and on and on with this. From Paul Robeson on down the line to W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass. They put all of them men damn near at odds with each other when they all was really trying to fight the same fight. They just had different methodologies. And here we are today with all this technology in the woke era, in the information age, and people are more misinformed seemingly than ever. I don't know what part of the game that is, but let us be found playing the right game, and let us be found on the right side of history. Some of y'all may know this, some of y'all maybe not. I'm going to share two or a few more statistics and move along. The biggest layoff in American history was black teachers. Let me say that again. I'm going to let you let that marinate. From 1954 to 1974, the biggest layoff in this country was black teachers. And when did it happen? During integration, when they shut our schools down and allowed our children, quote unquote, allowed our children to start coming to their school to be equally or even more miseducated and fed a doctrine of inferiority if you're black, because they don't teach any black greatness or excellence to this day. They trying to remove black history right now out of the schools as I'm talking to you. They trying to plan, plot, and strategize how they gonna do that. But as long as you got brothers like me walking around, black history could never die. And the black future is even greater than the past. If you know, you know. The way you start is the way you finish. We didn't start in America. We started as the fathers and the mothers and the builders of civilizations across this planet. Like it or not, love it or loathe it, it's just actual factuals. And the way you start is the way you finish. Just like this bastardized country. The way you start is the way you finish. And speaking of this bastardized country, you got Donald Trump out here talking about, we're going to give Iran 2 weeks. We're going to give Iran 2 weeks to make a deal. And if they don't make the deal, I'm going to push the red button. Bitch, push it today. Huh? Allahu Akbar, Sunday through Sunday. Push it today. I think you know them Iranians are not going to back down, sir. Them Iranians have a right to nuclear energy. Just like you and all your Western cronies and allies, have a right to nuclear energy. The Iranian people have a right to nuclear energy. Iran is the last man standing in the Middle East as far as theocracy, as far as righteous and divine theology. They are the last nation in the Middle East. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. To acknowledge the Holy Quran, Al-Kitab, as the law of the land. I don't think you're going to pump no Muslims. Not them Muslims, specifically. Nah, I don't think you go. It's bombs going off over there right now via the Israeli army, and their military might. Them people in Iran talking about Allahu Akbar and throwing. They got smoke for them too. Y'all want to get this work? Let's get this work. By the way, if and when you go to war with Iran, you think we going with you? You think the Muslims over here gonna back that play? You bozo. For all of y'all that think I'm pro-Trump, nigga, you a fool. Get your dumb ass in this casket. I'm not no more pro-Trump than I was pro-Kamala. But let's be clear. I know that in order for everything to kick off the way it was prophesied to, Trump gotta be in there. He's the only one brazen enough and bold enough and maybe even yet aloof enough to jumpstart this shit. But just know, why this man talk about we're gonna give Iran 2 weeks, and if they don't acquiesce in 2 weeks and make a deal, I'm gonna push the button. Just know he's giving himself 2 weeks. Him and all his allies. That's who we giving 2 weeks to. The Iranian people been saying for years what they will and will not do. So let's see. Mr. Leader of the free world, Mr. President, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Let's see if I'm wrong. Let's see if you get Iran to bow down to you like you are Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. A'udhu billahi minash dhalik. Let's see if you can get the Muslims to bow down to you like your feet is a prayer rug or something. I want to see it. I want to see it, Mr. Big Bad Wolf, Mr. Press the red button, push the button. What they say on Rush Hour? Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. Don't threaten us with a good time. And Black America, the same way we was talking about free Palestine. Yeah, hands off Iran, bruh. We're not going with you, folks. We don't support and back what y'all doing. We don't support and back Israel. Netanyahu been trying to uproot and usurp Iran for about 30 years now. Y'all treat Netanyahu like he Jesus Christ or something. In a Christian nation. I could go on and on and on about Netanyahu. Do your Googles, though. He's not a very good man, if I may say so myself. And that's putting it mildly. Talk about get your dumb ass in this casket. Y'all out here killing heads of state, military leaders, bombing nuclear facilities, killing innocent people that don't have a goddamn thing to do with your greed and your illustrious desire and lust for warfare and bloodshed. They ain't got nothing to do with that shit. Same way y'all did in Iraq, same way you did in Afghanistan, same way you did in Pakistan, same way you did in Lebanon, same way you did in Libya. It goes on and on and on. But just know this. If you attack Iran, Russia is not going to back you. Russia's going to back Iran 9 times out of 9. And y'all don't want no smoke with China, big fella. You can't even beat them in this tariff war that you declared. The past is the best indicator of the future, you know. You initiated a tariff war that's going to put the country in a recession. And now you threatening to push a button? Push the goddamn button. Rush Hour voice. I'm Chris Tucker and this power around this motherfucker. You understand me? Push the goddamn button in. Don't threaten this big fella. I want to see you do it. Huh? And by the way, not only is China going to back Iran, Russia's going to back them too. You don't want it with Russia either. You definitely don't want it with them collectively together and combined. And by the way, they both got allies. Shout out to the Ibrahim Traorés of the world. How you think he gonna feel about that when he know how y'all feel about him? He know how you Peckerwoods feel about him over here in the West. And he got family over here right now. You know it's millions of Chinese people here already. Not a few thousand, millions. How you think they gonna react? It's a lot of Muslims and Arabs over here right now. Black, non-black, what have you. Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world, you know. Although you would love to convince us that Tehran is becoming more Christianized. Okay, big fella. Like we live in an era where niggas will just say anything. But I guess if it help you sleep at night, then do what you gotta do. But we know that's bullshit. We know that's Allahu Akbar bill. We know what's going on, bruh. And we know you lie. For all your gumption and for all of your bravado, nigga, you are a liar. So yeah, we gonna be very clear about that. But yeah, hands off Iran because it's gonna get ugly. You're gonna slip into a war you can't win. You never really won that war on terror, as we know. You never won the war on terror. Iran is not Iraq. They're a different animal. Iran is not Afghanistan. They're a different animal. Iran is not Pakistan. They're a different animal. The Iranians are not even the Palestinians. This is a whole different fight you embarking upon. Iran used to be Persia, and y'all looking like the modern day Roman Empire. We know how their story ended. So now go ahead. Because the scriptures prophesy there will be blood up to the street in the streets, up to the horse's bridle. Blood in the streets, up to the horse's bridle. The scripture says, since you love bloodshed and the shedding of blood, I, God speaking, will give you your own blood to drink, and you will be drunken with your own blood like sweet wine. So drink up, big fella. Water break. Have at it. Bitch, I'm cheating. Wow. By the way, y'all gonna hear this beat again, so Big Chief Wahoo. You feel me? I'm not gonna let y'all forget the real historicity of where I come from and what we represent. Whole nother story. But yeah, like I was saying about black teachers, there was an illustrious layoff of black teachers when they integrated black youth into white schools, and the gap has never been recovered or repaired ever since. There's still a gap and a need. There's a lack of black teachers. We need black teachers. Black teacher just won a couple years ago Teacher of the Nation Award. Black man from Oberlin, Ohio. That's really though. So when we show up, we the best, just like everything. When we show up and show out, it ain't too much y'all could do with us. So black man, black woman, let us be found educating our own. Yeah, and education starts at home. Education is not feeding you a bunch of senseless, useless information. True education is tapping into what was given to you by the Most High, the gifts that you already have imparted in you, cultivating them, extracting them, and using it for the betterment of humanity. Starting with self, family, community, nation, world. You can take it galactic if you want to, because remember this, black is not local, black is not national, black is not global. Black is universal, beloved. So yeah, let us not be part of the brainwash. Let us not be part of the peanut gallery and the ditch party. We gonna begin to wrap this up and land this UFO. You know I gotta go. We've been on here for an hour already. Last week I didn't get to play no music. I was so discouraged by the crash of my live stream. Inshallah, y'all can see me and hear me this week. We gonna see what it do on the playback. But I ain't played no music last week. This week, we gonna play the songs I intended to play last week on Father's Day. But yeah, to tie all of this in and bring it to a close, you know what I mean? Let us be very clear. For all of y'all out here that would love to call me racist, or that would love to say that black people are racist, man, you cannot be racist unless you are backed by military might and power. You gotta have political leverage to be racist. Now, if you think I'm a bigot, that's your business. If you think I'm prejudiced, that's your business, and you entitled to your opinion. But let me break down the word prejudice. The word prejudice means prejudge. After all the hell that my people have been through in this country, fool, you lucky all we doing is prejudging you, if that's what we choose to do. Don't get it twisted, confused, or misconstrued, you fool, you big goof. Don't get it twisted, Famino. Because as a black man, I have a right to prejudge your goofy ass. I don't know you. I know the history of what your people do, and I know what the hell my ancestors went through, and the hell we still catch it to this day. Go play with your pubic hairs, foolish. Don't play with me, nigga. I don't give a damn if you think I'm prejudiced or not. Do something about it if you don't like it. Because by the way, all of y'all that will call me prejudiced, fool, you prejudiced too. Black man, you ever got on an elevator and a white woman get to clutching her purse? Man, I don't want your stale ass makeup. You broke, pale, wildebeest. I don't want nothing in your purse. You ever been in the parking lot and a white woman lock her car ever so swiftly like, oh, the big nigger? Like, bitch, if I wanted something in your car, that alarm wouldn't stop me. You or nothing in your possession would stop me. All praise is due to Allah. I wasn't thinking about your big goofy ass. The world does not revolve around you, Becky. The sun did not rise and set on your ass, Gwendolyn. So before you call me prejudiced, check your own prejudice. Because a black man can't even walk down the street without you goofballs acting like you intimidated or something. Nigga ain't even looked at you. Keep moving, nigga. Go that way, that way, that way, and keep going. For you get the attention that you think you want. The black man is God Sunday through Sunday. Happy Sabbath day. And that's really though. I gives a damn how you feel about it. Same nigga that'll call me prejudiced, praising white Jesus, but the Bible said he was black. But nigga, you calling me prejudiced? I'm calling you the Walking Dead, and you need to pick a cemetery plot and start digging. Get your dumb ass in this casket. Okay? Okay? Let us know what you want written on your tombstone, goofball. And take a permanent vacay. Okay? Because I don't give a damn if you think I'm prejudiced or not. My people have been totally marginalized and ostracized. I would argue I'm not prejudiced. I would argue I treat people the way they treat me. If I meet a white person, a black person, a brown person, a red person, or a yellow person, and they're respectful, Arian's respectful. But the minute I even sense that you about to get disrespectful, we gonna conduct a masterclass on your senseless ass. Take it how you want to take it, nigga. Take it to the bank. The bank will bounce before the check will, fool. Know your role. And that's really though. I just had to say that because people be out here acting like black people have the ability to stop white people from getting a loan at the bank. Like black people have the ability to redline you and tell you what community you can and cannot move into. Like black people have the ability to tell white people where you can and cannot send your children to school. Like black people have the ability at the same propensity and capacity to hire and fire white people like y'all hire and fire us every day. And usually you hire more of our women than our brothers, the men in our race. Can we be clear about that? So before you call me racist, clear the word, asshole. Because I think you're misjudging me like you're misusing that word. Moving forward, we've been on here for an hour and 12 minutes. I promise we about to skirt on 22s. We about to get up out of here, baby. That's really though. Yeah. Let's speak about it's mental health month, right? For men, men's mental health month. Let's talk about how from children we were never given the proper mental health. And then we grow into adults. And then you're way spiraled out of control. In a lot of sense, in a lot of instances, not all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those of us that have a healthy sense of self, you know what I mean? That have a healthy sense of self-awareness and is encouraging other people, right? To also embark upon a healthy self-awareness. Right? Because the way we do one thing is typically the way you do all things for the most part. So with that being said, the psych meds, let's not act like the medication that they've been giving black boys, from the needles they try to put in your arm from when you come out your mother's womb, even the epidural that they try to give your mother when you in the womb. Not to mention all the bullshit prenatal that they try to induce the mother to take or incentivize her to ingest, which is depending on what you're being subscribed and what it is you're ingesting, might not be best for the baby. Might not be best for the new life growing in your womb, sister. So from prenatal to epidural to getting, stuck with the needle, fresh out the womb, etc., etc., etc. Then you get to school, they try to put you on Ridley. This has adverse side effects on your organs. Yes, it has been proven that the children that took Ritalin and got older statistically have more health problems than the children that never were subscribed Ritalin. It also has psychological effects. They are saying that Ritalin increases the probability of the alternative lifestyle. So today, your child is hyper. Tomorrow, they the captain of the LGBT club. Message. But they don't want to hear that. They want you see what I'm saying? When I get to telling the truth, they gonna say some dumb shit like, oh, he's racist. Nigga, was Jesus racist? Cause y'all killed him the way that y'all act like y'all have enmity and animosity for me. No, nigga, get your dumb ass in this casket. I ain't said nothing but the actual factuals. That's really though. And if you don't like it, you got some, soul searching to do. Because the truth gonna catch up to you before you able to catch up with me. You understand what I'm saying? And you better pray I'm not out here looking for you to catch up with you. Because like I said, I have wet dreams about the purge on a weekly basis. Wet dreams. Go find you something safe. Go find a jump rope to play with or something, my nigga. Please. Because this ain't that. Not in the slightest. So yeah, black men, Be wide awake and aware. Let us be found trying to strengthen one another, lock arms, be the links in the chain that we supposed to be. But if you an infiltrator or if you the weakest link, man, get the hell out the ranks. You know what's going on. We ain't got time for no foolishness. We ain't got time for the spook that sat by the door. We ain't got time for the Judas that's trying to take down the Black Messiah. Get your dumb ass in this casket. We ain't got time for it. Let us be found inside of history. You feel me? Moving forward. Old men for counsel, young men for war. That's another reason why I had to acknowledge my father, right? Because it's very real. You know what I'm saying? As we get older, even myself, as I get older, I find myself giving young brothers the game. See, I'm 36 now. So it's 21-year-olds out here moving and shaking. That when I was in high school, they was in elementary school. Now I'm grown and they grown too. All I could do is try to impart wisdom to the best of my ability, be an example and lend a helping hand when need be, when I'm able to, when requested of me, or when it's placed on my heart by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take action without nobody's request. And that's what I'm found doing. You feel me? Publicly, privately, if you know, you know. I'm forming a whole coalition, a brotherhood. Leave your woman at home when we having our round table meetings. Ain't no women, ain't no children. Men need to be the builders and destroyers that God gave us the dominion to be in the beginning. Because as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. And that's really though. So yeah, man, before we get up out of here, just a couple more things. I want to say this as far as YouTube, because people be like, is your channel monetized or is it not? I'm going to keep it funky with you. What I'm doing is raising donations. You feel me? And I appreciate everybody who donate, everybody who show love. That's really though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that show love, everybody that show love every week in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that share the videos, like the videos. You know what I mean? Whether you just watch it from the clouds. But if you donate in particular, you know what I mean? Because when you make an investment, that's showing you really support. You know what I'm saying? You can tell when somebody really supporting and who they backing based on where they spending their money. That's all of us. So I'm raising donations, you know what I mean? And I'm working strictly off Zelle. I ain't about to get indicted playing with PayPal, and I'm not about to get hit with no tax evasion playing with Cash App. I deal specifically with Zelle, and that's it. I'm not on here raising super chats, and you give me $10, and then I gotta give YouTube $3? Nigga, I want my whole $10. What? Like what? Like why they inviting me to, you know what I mean, attend ceremonies for their 20-year celebration, bruh? How can I capitalize without y'all putting your hand in my pocket? Without y'all counting the money in my wallet? How can I operate on this app without y'all stifling the numbers, cutting the numbers in half? You know what I mean? Crashing live streams. When all I'm doing is kicking the ballistics, to be specific. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me, Allah God. How can I do that? You feel me? I don't want to go to your freak offs. Okay? I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in talking to these nerds online. That's my competition, bruh. I'm not interested in that. How can I capitalize without you trying to sink my battleship? So yeah, I'm just raising donations. No harm in that. Also, if I fully monetize my channel, because I have monetized it and then demonetized it. It was times where it was monetized and they was threatening to demonetize and even exterminate the channel. So if I'm just doing it off the strip of the muscle and you donate, I'd rather do that. That way I have free reign to say what I want and what I need to say. You feel me? So that's just for anybody that's wondering. Y'all know the vibes in the count. Hit my cell or go to hell. Black Dollar Family, I wish you well. And that's really though. That's for really though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we conducted master classes. I just conducted a master class right there. I just showed you how to crack the code. Now be careful, because when black men out here talk about cracking codes, you get locked away in prison and you might get shanked 100 times. Free Daystar Peterson. Shout out to Tory Lanez, by the way. If you know, you know. When black men out here talking about cracking the code, they might try to crack your rib cage like it's a code. You feel me? They might try to nail you to the cross, huh? For cracking the code. So if you know, you know. But we gonna be found standing strong and firmly on our square regardless. Because a coward dies 999 times. The soldier's only gonna die one time. Keep it 1,000 with yourself. Decide which side of history you want to be on, and roll the dice and play the game accordingly. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's much more I really could tell you, but a lot of y'all couldn't bear it right now. Another Jesus quote, huh? Another set of bars from the big fella, huh? My twin brother. I'ma keep saying that. For all you niggas out here, if I say right now, close your eyes, and then I say, Jesus Christ. And then I ask you, or we could take a picture of the image that come to your brain. If your vision of Jesus is a white man, just know you part of the problem. I don't give a damn if you black, reptilian green, Barney and Friends purple, huh? Alien gray. I don't give a damn what shade of hue you are. If your vision of Jesus is a white man, just know you part of the problem and you're not my ally. That's fact though. And I don't give a damn how you feel about it either. I did not come on here to be pussyfooting with your feelings. Cause last time I checked, don't nobody wear kitty gloves when it come to our feelings. So fuck what you stressing, and that's really though. We about to get ready to get up out of here, you feel me? But yeah, just to keep it peace and keep it player and keep it proper, shout out to Rodney Hinton Jr. You feel me? If you know, you know. Am I condoning the taking somebody's life? No. But that good book say, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, a life for a life. And I would hate to think about the reality of somebody touching my son, because you ain't going to be able to talk me off the ledge. Fuck the ledge. I'm about to burn the building down in the name of Allah. So that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Father's Day was last week. I'm sure that was a rough one for that black man. Rough one. They trying to give him the death penalty. I pray that he don't get it and that he's able to keep, you know, trying to either reduce his time, because you know they gonna give him some time. He's not getting acquitted. See, if he was white, they might would have been like, oh, temporary insanity. Oh, he was grieving. Oh my God. Let's rehabilitate him. He has the drug habits. They gonna lock that black man up. And you know this, Ohio not about to play with him. Shout out to my good folks out there in Cincinnati. Sin City. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. The real Sin City. I ain't talking about Vegas. Let whatever go on in Vegas stay in Vegas. The real Sin City is in Ohio. You may know it as Ohio. If you know, you know, and that's really though. But yeah, hands off Carmelo. We still on that. They about to wrap up this weird ass Diddy case. I'm so glad, because I'm sick of hearing about it, and it appears as though a lot of y'all are too. But I've been sick of it, because when he came out with that album, the Love album, I said they about to come for that boy, because he putting his elbow grease into that joint. I knew it, and the album didn't get no play. And I knew when he said what he said about Ciroc, but really what did it, he made a tweet and reposted the lecture that Minister Farrakhan did when the minister was telling people not to get that jab when they was running around talking about a pandemic. That's the real reason why the people came after him. You think they give a damn about a freak off? So why Vince McMahon ain't locked up? Why Donald J. Trump ain't locked up? Huh? Why these freakazoid white men don't get locked up, but Diddy get locked up? The middleman? He not even the top of the totem pole. Compared to them rich white Jewish billionaires, he a little nigga. What we talking about? You don't even hardly know their names. But a black man get a little fame and acclaim and accolades, and they want to clear out a nigga cell and put him in jail. Well, I wish you well, nigga. You dance with the devil, nigga. You better not have 2 left feet, nigga. Cause while you niggas trying to dance with the devil, nigga, we trying to catch fades and all that. And I ain't talking about slap boxing, nigga. Fact though, we dance different, nigga. We break dance a little different, you feel me? Huh? That's really though, my boy. So yeah, well, walaikum salam, rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Love you more, E. Yeah, and let's be clear. In order for you to really stand on truth and stand on the right side of history, you can't be doing it for the fortune and the fame. And if anything, the money is going to empower you more than the fame. But fame is the drug of the day these days. So it seems. You know what I'm saying? They out here talking about attention is the new currency. Word? Yo, go spend attention at the grocery store. Let me see your dumb ass do that. But that's a whole nother subject. You feel me? I think that we done basically touched on just about everything I wanted to touch on. Oh yeah. By the way, couple more things. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. Yeah, Midwest stepper. A lot of people don't like Corey Holcomb and what he got to say in his content. But lately, I've been feeling like the Corey Holcomb of this rap shit. Niggas know what I'm saying is true, but they don't like me though. Or they want to figure out a way that they could silence me or pull a rug from underneath me and, uproot me and, collapse and shatter the ground that's beneath my feet. And, they trying to figure out how to deal with me, but I'm smarter than the average bear, Yogi. Huh? I'm smart enough to know if a tree fall in the woods, just because nobody saw it fall, doesn't mean it didn't actually happen. You feel me? Salam alaikum. And that's really though. So yeah, let's be very clear. Corey Holcomb is out here exposing these Bonzi boys. These backdoorians. These booty bandits. These dookie bandicoots that's out here masquerading and perpetrating a fraud like you some type of alpha male. Nigga, if y'all alpha males, I must be a whole apex predator, my boy. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't never seen so much soft shit. Y'all soft as baby shit out here. Grown men crying every other day, every other week. Man, bruh, please, man. Please go do some pull-ups or some push-ups or something, nigga. I'm tired of seeing all these men crying, bruh. Yeah, and I'm saying that in Men's Mental Health Month. Because if you constantly crying, that's a sheer sign that it's something wrong with your mental health. Nigga, you just cry all the time? I mean, Allah gave us tear ducts, so if you must shed, you must shed. If somebody die or something tragic, that's different. But you niggas just spilling your feelings in the air all day and just crying all the man, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. That's why these women running around here on some anything you could do, I could do better. Until they run into a man's man and they like, oh yeah, you can't do that with me. You can't talk deadbeat dads to me. You can't, bro. We don't even speak that language. I acknowledge they exist, but this ain't that. A lot of that goofy shit that these women say to y'all, they wouldn't dare say it to me, bro. I don't play with grown men. Clitoris don't call shots. Pussy don't dictate. So if a man ain't gonna boss me around, what are you gonna do as the weaker vessel, sweetheart? You would be well advised and wise to do what I'm instructing you to do. Because it's in your best interest more than mine. Trust me when I tell you this shit. I got my shit figured out. That's really though. I don't struggle to raise my children like a lot of these other single parents, particularly single mothers. who be out here falling. Oh, Lord, it's so hard. Oh, I need a break. Oh, man, bro. If you can't put your child to sleep without melatonin, don't talk to me. Water break, nigga. Can't even put your child to sleep without melatonin. Out here talking about what men need to be doing. And speaking of what men need to be doing, shout out to K. Michelle, but you a bullshit artist. You got fake teeth and fake ass cheeks. Out here telling real men what the hell we need to do. Why are you concerned with what black men are doing when you say it out your mouth that you're looking for a white man? And if you're looking for a white man, could it be that they're not looking for you? Because you're not married either, but I think she's a single mother too. You're not married. You've never been married. Shout out to you sisters running around talking about, I've been engaged 3 times. Man, you sound crazy as hell, lady. You sound crazy as hell. Engagement is not marriage. Some of y'all was engaged and didn't even have a ring. Y'all were just saying you were engaged. So stop playing, man. Go play Barbie girl in your Barbie world, okay? K. Michelle got up there on that brother Cam Newton's platform while he sat there with his legs crossed. Bro, you too big to be crossing your goddamn legs. Who is telling these black men to cross their legs on these platforms? What rich white man is paying y'all to cross your legs like broads? Could you introduce them to me, please? We need to sit and talk, bro. Who are your handlers that are telling you niggas to wear these effeminate clothes? Daisy Duke coochie cutter shorts with your goddamn legs crossed, and you sitting up here supposed to represent black men? You sitting there letting this broad pontificate this psycho babble. This bullshit babble. And you ain't getting no pushback, black man? Come on, my nigga, you too tall to act small, bruh. Come on, man, you a father, bruh. Come on, man, we got like really though. Cause while she's sitting there giving you backhanded compliments, bigging you up and throwing shade at the same time, bruh. She's not even on the level to even make these type of demands. What are we talking about? But that's the order of the day. And not all sisters, because shout out to the sisters with some sense. Shout out to the Danica Maries of the world. And shout out to Eric Bell. Peace to the God. Salam Lake. Shout out to the Crimson Cures of the world. Shout out to the Reva TVs of the world. And these is just content creators. Shout out to the Michelle Alexanders of the world. Published author, anti-recidivist, broke down to the smallest compound, the school to prison pipeline. Does an exceptional job. Shout out to her. Yeah, the women like that. The Dr. Shahrazad Ali's of the world. Long live Dr. Ava Muhammad. Yeah. Long live Mother Tanetta Muhammad. Yeah. You know, women like that. You know, even the sister soldiers of the world, even though I don't agree with everything that she's done and said, but she better for the people than the goddamn Kamala Harrises of the world. No more of this K. Michelle, Keisha Cole, Mary J. Blige energy. We need to bring Anita Baker back. And shout out to Mary, because I grew up on Mary. But that shit dysfunctional, folks. And now you run around crying about alimony. Come on, man. You reap what you sow. You cannot play stupid games and expect not to win stupid prizes. What are we talking about? And y'all never cry when a man gotta pay acrimony and child support, or alimony, excuse me. Alimony and child support. Y'all ain't never crying for the man when he gotta pay, but it's an outrage that he put her on child support and she gotta, man, what? Then stop running around here trying to be a man, sister, and you won't get treated like a man. You You understand that? See, a flower, beloved, is a soft thing. So you protect the flower. You don't treat a cactus like a flower. Some of you sisters, y'all need to, you know what I'm saying, get out your cactus bag. Get out your cactus bag, sweetheart. Be the flower, the delicate feminine vessel that Allah fashions you to be. And stop trying to run around competing with niggas like you got boots on the ground. Then you want to be treated like a soft creature. Come on, man. Pick a side and stay there. We don't need no more K. Michelle's. You damn right you can't raise a man. Shout out to the single mothers that learned the hard way. Because that man you complaining about, that you talking about you can't raise, guess what? His mama didn't raise him right. You know why? Because she didn't have a man there. And a woman cannot effectively raise a man. Yeah, she can do what she do. That don't mean the child gonna be a failure, but he's gonna be lacking in his manhood. There's no debating that. And if you think it's room for debate, then why are y'all filling the prisons with y'all children, male and female, upwards to 80 to 90%? Real niggas just want real answers. I mean, so yeah, no more Keisha Coles, no more K. Michelle's. We need to bring Anita Baker back. Whatever happened to the women apologizing to men? You know you are wrong sometimes, sister. You ain't right all the time. And men have to live and die on accountability. So even in times when we're not wrong, we'll be found apologizing. And then some of y'all goofy asses will get too used to that. She done got too comfortable with this nigga just apologizing just merely because he don't want to argue. But he never stopped to think, damn, this broad don't never apologize. The broad don't think she never wrong. Meanwhile, she wrong is 2 left feet. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So until we get back to the basics of true black love, the essence of where all of this derived from, the real Holy Trinity, man, woman, and child. That's what this ankh represent. Yeah, I'm a Muslim that wear an ankh. Fuck if you don't like it, nigga. You ain't gonna make me stop wearing it. I wear my ankh to the masjid. My son will tell you. That's fact though. And I'm not tucking my ankh in for no Arabs. Speaking of Arabs, let me say this, and we really gonna wrap up after this. I had a conversation yesterday with a brother about the Nation of Islam in comparison to Orthodox or Sunni Islam, right? And I had to explain to the brother how the Nation of Islam has made more of an impact Islamically than any masjid that you can name. I said the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was tailor-made for the black man and woman of America because of what we went through, which was more barbaric than what any other group of human beings went through, no exceptions. I don't give a damn what the small hat's talking about, bruh. I don't care what you talking about. It was 6 million of y'all that died, and it was 600 million of us that died. Can you count? So what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I went on to say how the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is the only man who could go in a church, a Sunni masjid, a Nation of Islam mosque. He could preach in a cathedral and a Nipi, Kingdom Hall with the Jehovah Witnesses, the Masonic Lodge with the Masons. He could go to the he'd go to colleges, prisons. He could stand on the White House lawn and say, I want 1 million black men to come with me, and 2 million of us show up. Did it twice. No other black man in America has been able to do it. I said I could go on and on and on. I said, now name me a sheikh or a rabbi from the Muslim Ummah who could do them things. You ain't never heard of a sheikh or an imam that could go in a Christian church. Never. The brother had to get off the phone. I guess it's getting hot in her. I bad. Slime Laker. Slime Laker. I'm not ducking nothing. I do this with chiefs of police, bruh. I done sat with the mayor with this energy, bruh. Huh? I look in the white man's face and say, the white man is the devil, the black man is God. They don't argue with me. And they wise and well advised not to argue with me. Because I would hate for you to start turning burgundy in my face, bruh, while you calling me colored. Yeah, I said it, nigga. Fuck if you don't like it. I think we just about covered everything. Lastly, and I do mean lastly, we almost 2 hours in. To the family of the brother and the sister that lost their life on Facebook, my prayers go out to you. My condolences go out to you. My heart bleeds for you. You see what I'm saying? In the realest way. It was the most unfortunate set of circumstances witnessing that. And I watched that video. And I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of down. I had to go take a nap after I watched the video because it was very heavy. And we know many brothers and sisters that's living in situations just like that. Then they wonder why I'm telling black men, bruh, check your emotions. Don't let her trick you off the streets. And I'm not blaming her because he did that, so he need to be accountable. And Allah will hold him accountable. He gone now. We can't hold him accountable. Yeah, it was a monstrous act. Yeah, it was foul to say the very least. But she was contributing to the fire. She was throwing fuel and gasoline and sticks and more shit on the fire. Talk about not being able to read the room. I mean, you outed this man for taking the life of his friend. A person that'll take a life is a person that'll take a life. If you know, you know. And a person that is willing to take life that'll threaten your life, man, stop playing, nigga. This ain't love and hip hop. Like, niggas need to grow up. And it was disheartening for countless reasons. But specifically, that brother's my age, man. The sister was 27. Where was they children at when they was having their toxic love and hip hop episode, which ended ever so tragically? Where was they children at? Where Auntie? There's where Auntie, huh? See, black folks, it's time to grow up. And to all of y'all out here making babies and you ain't raising them, nigga, your day is coming. Nigga, your days are numbered. I ain't wasting no time with no nigga that ain't there for their children, bro. It's love, it's all good, and that I can love you without extending myself to you like that. Cause nigga, if you'll leave your children desolate, nigga, you'll definitely leave me desolate. If you know, you know. I would say ask me how I know, but I don't want to expose these niggas. Not yet. So yeah, with that being said, shout out to their family, my condolences, my prayers go up to them. Most importantly, above and beyond, my prayers for the children. Because that sister left behind 2 children. She had a son, and then she had I think a newborn baby with the brother. Come on, man, they gonna be out here. Man, I mean, talk about being put behind the 8 ball. Come on, my people. We are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Smarten up, get your wisdom up. Let us do better. You feel me? We should be out here no matter the weather trying to make shit better. For self and for everybody else that's like-minded and kindred spirits. So yeah, 1:44 and counting. We now at 1:45, hour and 45 minutes. I was here longer than intended. It appears as though we not glitching. All praise is due to Allah. It looked like we was having some buffering earlier. But inshallah, it's clear and the message gets across and it's conveyed the way that I intended when I say what I say. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we gonna get ready to get up out of here. Before I go, I said I'm gonna play some music. I'm gonna do just that. Since I was here longer than intended, I'm gonna just play 2 songs. You feel me? I'm gonna take y'all down memory lane. Y'all know I'm in album mode, right? I say y'all know I'm in album mode, right? Black Dollar Street Scholars in the building. That album will be coming fourth quarter. The desired date, once again, December 9th, 20-year anniversary of my first project, Society's Filth. I showed it last week, but we was glitching. So I'm going to show it again. My son drew this for me. Father's Day gift. You can see it. Big Chief Wahoo. Big Mutali. You see it. You see the resemblance. Big fella. Let me show him again. You feel me? This is going to be the artwork for the up-and-coming project. You know what I mean? For all of those that forgot about Chief Wahoo, see, I'm old school Thievelando Hydro. You feel me? I remember when the Q used to be called the Gundarena. Y'all niggas wasn't outside, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Lennox voice. You understand me? But yeah, we bringing it back. I'm doing it for the culture. I'm taking it back to square one. You know what I mean? Because for all of the elevation and growth and evolution and development that I've been able to display as an artist, we ain't nothing if we can't go home or if we forget where we come from, right? And I am the land. So we gonna make that declaration loud and clear. You feel me? But yeah, before we go, I'm gonna just play 2 songs. I intended to play more, but I'm gonna just play 2. You feel me? We in album mode. Since we in album mode, I'm going to take them down memory lane with these albums. Every week, I'm going to be playing songs off previous albums that I released, along with my Take Your Head Off Tuesday joints, right? So bear with me. I'm to my playlist. This one, some of y'all may remember this. You feel me? If you don't get familiar, you know what I'm saying? That Black Dollar sound. Like only we could do. E.T. Ali specifically, Big Moot Ali. Shout out to the Black Dollar alumni that's with us, whether they've been there from day 1, you feel me, day 2, day 22, or day 144,000. You know the vibration. Today, I'm going to play a joint off of the album Mixtapes and Heartache. Since last week was Father's Day, I intended to play it last week, but we going to play it here. Some of y'all remember this, some of y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you're going to be familiar. I bet you don't forget it. Play it back, like and share it. It's called No Other Like You, featuring my one and only firstborn son, Is-LivE. You got to feel me on this one for really, though. And that's really, though. I got tears in my eyes and a smile on my face. But black guys say in the flesh, yeah, you guessed it. Is-LivE, my blessing, and I swore my life would change direction. Big Daddy, no half-stepping, I'm his protection. Used to slay cane, but I had to leave that alone. Make my house into a home and sit my son on the throne. You know it's the black son. Love you, ain't slow like this is real. No metaphors or similes. Life brings many distractions. I say focus. Told my son he all lost shoulders, so say golden. When they try to bring you down, tell them you ain't having it. Me and you against all lies, pursuing happiness. Me and Is-LivE like Will Smith and his son in the movie. I ain't talking about the rich ones pursuing happiness. There is no love like you. Nah. Me and Is-LivE like Will Smith and his son in the movie. I ain't talking about the rich ones pursuing happiness. 2015, I went from a prince to the king, then from a king to a god that's on everything. 6 years later, I promise it's getting greater. I promise I'm getting everything I asked for in my prayers. God is the greatest. I'm saying the law who whack for. Rather be known as a father than a rap star. Black fathers matter, but they want to get rid of you. Census Bureau say we most consistent. If you didn't want us to abandon our seeds, I refuse to do. I remember taking Is-LivE to job interviews. Couldn't find nobody to babysit, so we out here. And I got hired. They need black fathers now here. How to be a boss and a leader. Black masculinity coming straight through your speakers. When they try to bring you down, accept all challenges. Me and you against all lies, pursuing happiness. Fill it up. Me and Is-LivE like Will Smith and his son in the movie. I ain't talking about the rich ones pursuing happiness. There is no brother like you. Nah, me and Is-LivE like Will Smith and his son in the movie. I ain't talking about the rich ones pursuing happiness. Gotta raise my son, bro. I got full custody baby. Used to be a dope boy, now OGs look up to me. Told my son, always tell the truth, no lies, please. Homeschooling, I refuse to let them poison my seeds. Crackers been trying to kill our babies with vaccines. Tell these whack rappers don't bother me with rap beat. I don't fear prison, not afraid of being gunned down. I'm afraid of dropping the ball, can't let my son down. Told my son, always count your money before sunset. Early birds get the work, cause haters ain't up yet. Finish what you start, don't stop work if you ain't done yet. No one is better, so haters gonna be upset. If you can't feed teacher, you can't lead her. If you got a beater or cheater, you don't need her. Eye contact, stand on truth, you the champion. Me and you against all odds, pursuing happiness. Me and he's tired like Will Smith and his son. Tired like Will Smith and his son. In the movie, I ain't talking about the rich ones. Black Dollar. Some more technical difficulties towards the end. Inshallah, y'all feel me and y'all hear me. Get familiar. Like, share, and subscribe. Before we go, I'm going to drop that joint I was telling y'all about. I told y'all they was trying to, you feel me, chop my numbers down, you feel me. They trying to treat me like that tree in the forest I was talking about earlier. When I drop, it's going to be impactful. Whether you heard it or not, whether you paid attention, you feel me, hit my Zelle or go to hell. Like, share, subscribe. You know I bring the gift of the gab. You know I bring the street consciousness. You know I bring the controversy. You know I bring that artistic ability that, like only the street scholars at Black Dollar could do, the street poets and all that. So without further ado, this is from Take Your Head Off Tuesdays. We doubling back week after next, you feel me? With more new music leading up to that album that's dropping 4th quarter, December 9th. Wait for it. This is called Eddie, You Should Know Better. You feel me? It's dedicated to Rodney Hinton Jr. R.I.P. Long live the great Curtis Mayfield, another Midwest stepper, Chicago's very own. You dig? So without further ado, we gonna tap into that shit that be getting me blackballed. Huh? But better yet, I am the 8 ball. I am the black ball. See, they can only blackball you if you trying to play that game. You feel me? We make our own rules. I'm already been proven as the MVP of their game. Today, we the MVP of the Negro Leagues. If you know, you know, and it gets greater later. That's really though. This is dedicated to Rodney Hinton Jr. That's really though. Eddie, you should know it. Brother, you know you're wrong. If you shoot my dog, I'ma kill your cat. Street justice is an actual fact. Know that. If you shoot my dog, I'ma kill your cat. Street justice is an actual fact. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I'ma keep it straight up and down, that's vertical. Touch one of mine and you know I'm getting active. Lay you horizontal, put your dumb ass in this casket. Saying your place, a miracle murdering black men's a regular day. Police slaughtering our children on a regular basis. So now cops get sent to the heavenly gate, or they get sent to the hellfire wasting case. Let it out, miracle prophesy the false since day one. The Bible say we used to get nailed to the cross. Then they hung us from the trees, cut our genitals off. Bring our babies from the womb, cut the umbilical wall. They say, nigga, I'm not supposed to be offended at all. But not only am I offended, bitch, I'm fucking appalled. And if a cracker call me nigga, bitch, and punch in the jaw. I don't need to crack my knuckles to get it cracking. Carmelo Anthony, touch me and see what happens. And you know my teacher, my only son, the same thing. Handle the kid and the Billy go the same way. Henrik could call a black child nigga, same thing. Don't fix your fucking lips and tell me what I can't say. Becky could call a black child nigga, can't they? Don't fix your fucking lips and tell me what say. And they teach little kids to say the lame shit. No, we don't drink alcohol. I'm a Muslim. Are you a dickhead or are you just on my dick, dickhead? Get off my dick and tell your bitch to come here. You feel me? Huh? That part, nigga. Rodney Hinton's pain, that's really though. Ain't that what the good book said? Touch one of mine, you better lay down and look dead, huh? Snatch your soul, then I watch your whole skin bubble. America treat me like Ibrahim Traore. Fuck the world, no foreplay. Stockpiling firearms, waiting for the Lord's day. Midwest Strangler, your life is in danger. Screaming at your dead body in my echo chamber. Yeah, the rap God is in the building. Peace, God. Life for a life, don't nobody wanna die. It's a tooth for a tooth, eye for an eye. Like a young nigga say, nigga, let's meet up and die. No, Muslims do not drink, asshole. And I'm Muslim and I don't drink. Are you drunk or are you just on my dick? I want to know what's going on. If you shoot my dog, I'ma kill your cat. Street justice is an actual fact. Know that. If you shoot my dog, I'ma kill your cat. Street justice is an actual fact. Real rap. That's really though. Nigga, you hold on. Nigga, this is a gallon of water, asshole. Can you read? That says spring water. Smell it with me now. Sound it out. Spring water. And by the way, asshole, I drink a gallon of water a day. Maybe you're projecting. Maybe you got a hangover. Nigga, I've been on here 2 hours. It's first thing in the morning. You think I'm on here drinking? Nigga, I'm Muslim. I don't drink. This says spring water. Look again now. Look again. That's me. E. Ariane Ali. Spring water. So you may be drunk, or maybe you need to be giving your own blood to drink and be drunk like sweet wine, like that good book say. See, had you been here earlier, troll ass nigga, you could have got this work. But we about to get ready to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that hit my Zelle. Hit my Zelle or go to hell. Black Dollar Familia, I wish you well. Assalamu alaikum to those that know what's going on. Tell his dickhead to get off my dick and tell his broad to come here. I got a mouthful full of. You know what it is. You know the vibes in the count. Black Dollar Entertainment in the building. I appreciate you for tuning in with me and indulging in these superior facts. Let's read it again. Spring water. Dickhead, maybe you need to go drink some water. You feel me? I keep gallons, plural, of water. I drink a gallon a day. So take your drunk ass and get your dumb ass in this casket, nigga. Close casket, nigga. And with that being said, we gonna get ready to get up out of here. I appreciate you tuning in with me and indulging in these superior facts. They call me E.T. Ali, Big Moot Ali, God Body MC, 216 Steve Lando Hydro, Up the Way USA, Kaya Slaughter County, King. Tell these dickheads stay around me. Hit my Zelle or go to hell. I appreciate you for tuning in and all that with these superior facts. And we gonna leave it right there, straight like that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Black Dollar, bitch. Holla. Get off my dick, little nigga. Gone. Fuck you talking to?